This is your last video for your kind of review chunk through this. So what I'm going to show you today is how to add and subtract decimals, and we're going to do that using a hundredths grid. Okay. If you played Fill 2 in your classroom, this is the exact same concept, except we're going to be finding the sum and difference of different decimals. Okay. So first one we're going to look at is 72 hundredths plus 12 hundredths. Very first thing I got to do is I got to draw out that 72 hundredths. So I know in 72 hundredths, I have 7 tenths, or 7 dimes if you want to think about it that way. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tenths and 2 hundredths. 1, 2. Then I've got 12 hundredths. I know in 12 hundredths, or 12 cents, I would have 1 dime and 2 pennies. So I've got 1 tenth and 2 hundredths. Now when I look at that, I know I have 7 tenths plus 1 more is 8 tenths, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 hundredths. So I have 8 tenths, 4 hundredths, which gives me the answer of 84 hundredths. Then I'm going to look at it almost the exact same problem, except I'm going to look at the difference between those two numbers. Okay, so 72 hundredths take away 12 hundredths. All right, so the first thing I did is draw it out because I love pictures. So I have 7 tenths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 hundredths. 1, 2. Now I got to take away 12 hundredths. So I know I have 2 hundredths in that, so I'm going to get rid of those first, and then 1 tenth. And now when I look at it and go, what's left or what's the difference? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths. I could say 6 tenths. I could say 60 hundredths, but I know that they have the exact same value. So the next one we're going to look at is already drawn out for you. So I got to figure out what this number is. I know that I have one whole because they're all drawn in already. So I have one whole, or $1, or 10 dimes, or 100 pennies. They all have the same value, 1. All right, and then when I look at this one over here, I have 2 tenths and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundredths. So I have 1 and 25 hundredths. All right, 1 and 25 hundredths. What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take away 31 hundredths. All right, I know that I would have 3 dimes and 1 penny, 3 tenths, 1 hundredth. So let's take away the tenths first. So I have 3 tenths that I need to take away. 1, 2, 3. And I have 1 hundredth that I need to take away. 1. Now I need to figure out what's left. I know that I had 10 over here. Take away 1 gives me 9. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hundredths left. My answer would be 94 hundredths. As you're looking through this, drawing them out is going to help you visualize those pieces. And if you just want to X them out exactly like I did, some of you guys who are more comfortable with working with decimals probably noticed that you can look at this similar to how you look at whole numbers. 125 take away 31 is 94, but you have to be able to reacclimate those into decimal form. Okay, so using whatever addition subtraction strategy you want, if you want to use the hundredths grid, if you want to look at this on a number line, if you're comfortable with putting those decimals on a number line, all right, whatever strategy you're going to go with, just show your work. Super pumped. Again, email me if you guys have questions about anything today. All right, so you have your Woot Math for day 1 posted.